Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm a Boeing 737 pilot and a member of PMDG's tech team. So, the time has come. Microsoft has released the Sim update number 11, which is the 40th anniversary edition. And while this thing is downloading, which is certainly taking a little bit of time here, let's talk a little bit about the release notes and what is new. And believe me, there is a lot of new content in here. So, there is really a lot of new content in here. So let's start with the general features that we have included. 7 classic aircraft, 2 helicopters, 2 gliders, 1 airliner, 4 iconic airports, 24 classic activities, and 7 new tutorial missions for the gliders. So let's have a look at what those new aircraft actually are. We have the 1903 White Flyer, the 1915 Curtiss Jenny, 1927 Ryan Spirit of St. Louis, 1937 Douglas DC-3, which is made by Aeroplane Heaven, who have been known for the very good DC-3 that they brought out for P3D previously. Then we have the 1937 Drum & Goose, 1947 de Havilland DHC-2 Beaver, and the 1947 Huge 8 for Hercules. The new helicopters include the Gimbal Cabri G3 and the Bell 407, the gliders the DG LS8, DG Aviation LS8, sorry, and the 1001E Neo, the Airbus A310 from Ini Builds. Now, those of you who've really missed this out, this is the full simulated A310 as it was available back in the day in X-Plane, or as still is available in X-Plane. So this is set to be a very good simulated Airbus A310. So I'm really looking forward to try that one as soon as the remaining, what are we looking at? 17 gigabytes have downloaded. On top of that, we have 4 iconic airports, including among others Hong Kong Kai Tak, Mike's Field, St. Martin, and the First Flight Airport in Kitty Hawk. Now, 24 classic activities from previous flight simulator titles, and this actually reads interesting because all of this actually goes back to previous Flight Simulator titles, at least mostly. Does any one of you still remember Flight Simulator 2004, the anniversary of the Century of Flight? Now, in that we saw a couple of those aircraft already, and I'm really looking forward to see what it became 20 years later, especially thinking about the DC-3, the Bell 207, and of course looking into what they can do with helicopters and gliders as well. Let's go on a little bit to the new features then. We have live traffic updated with various quality of life fixes. Now I am looking forward to see that one in action soon. The new memory defragmentation system has been implemented for DX12 to limit maxed out VRAM. New keyboard arrow navigation accessibility features are enabled by default in the menus, which is alternative to the cursor. So that probably means that with the arrow keys on the keyboard we can now navigate through the main screen in Flight Simulator, which surely is nice to have in case you have a desktop that's as full of joysticks and Flight Simulator equipment as mine. From here on, AMD FSR2 graphic option is now available for PC. The title supports Nvidia's DLSS 3, which really promises to offer quite a good improvement in the overall frame rates. Improved atmospheric simulation with a big focus on thermals and general tweaks for the CFD. Now I'm really looking forward to see what that's gonna look like, and especially the effect of thermals on other aircraft. Just thinking about the issues that we had with autopilots previously in the rather unstable Microsoft Flight Simulator atmosphere, but let's see what that's gonna look like. We are certainly gonna check it out on my first look live stream. Then we have 3D thermal visualization, can be toggled via the weather panel. We did have that in previous Flight Simulator titles, thinking about FSX here, where they could show those thermals in the air. Now, that is surely gonna be interesting for those of you who are not so familiar with gliding, but those who are, I'm very sure that you will be able to find those thermals just by applying the same tricks that you did in real life. And finally, there is a new mapping for the back to fly feature, including height gain depending on the plane situation and current altitude, allowing to quickly adjust your flight in a variety of contexts. very useful during glider runs if you do not wish to restart the flight after having landed. So that sounds a little bit like the previous slew mode having been greatly enhanced, and I would really appreciate that, because the previous mode was rather limited due to the speed at which the plane moved and everything. So I'm really looking forward to see what that is going to look like in action. On top of that, we have quite a couple of bug fixes as well, like fixing crash to desktop, ongoing performance optimization, fix some graphical artifacts on cockpit screens, broken rendering windows, and so on. So overall, a lot of interesting stuff that we've gotten up here. Now, I'm not going to read out all the rest here. You can easily view the rest of the release notes yourself. But the really interesting thing here, in my opinion, are for certain the new aircraft that we have, and I'm really looking forward to try those out. And apart from that, also the new airports. So who knows, you might see me flying the E310 into Kai Tak anytime soon? Possibly. Anyway, the update is rather large. It's 19 GB to download, 44 GB to install, so that is quite a huge package that we have here. Of course, that is the size that I have with the premium deluxe version that I'm using of Microsoft Flight Simulator. The update is available for everyone, and of course, all of us are going to be forced to update once again, which means you cannot just stay on the older version. But anyway, I am looking forward to see what that is going to look like, and I'm especially looking forward to the new bugs that we're going to see. So, as in any update, I'm very sure there are going to be some, and I'm really looking forward to explore those. I guess it just comes with the title and starts becoming classic over here. Right everyone, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this one, and I'm looking forward to see you on my live stream later on. Until then, start getting your Flight Simulator updated. It does certainly take a little bit of time here, and I'm very much looking forward to see you all again later.